Hello everyone, how are you today? I hope you're okay. So, welcome back. Again, I'm Sir June, and our topic for today is about on how to create a simple Google Classroom using our G Suite for Education account. To start with, let's open our browser, and once your browser is already open, then you have to sign in to your account. Okay, so click sign in, type your email address, and of course your password, and click next. So once you already have signed in, then we have this option known as Google Applications. So we have to open it and then click Classroom. Takes a few seconds to open. Okay. So here my account is already opened, and you can see that there are already two classes. So if I want to take a view of what is here in this classroom, then I can navigate and show it to you. Okay, let's check the people. Okay, so I already have 57 students in this account. So if you notice, there are so many of them. Okay, and now all of these students are able to access the assignment or activities or examination. So once they open their account, they can also see what are the things that you have created and share it with them. For example, in the classwork, so when I open this activity, for example, activity 1, okay, so there are students who already have submitted the work. So let's see. So these are the students who were able to create their activities or assignments on time and submitted. Okay, so this is the thing that you're supposed to do. Why you created your classroom, so that you can create your activity or assignments online and your students can easily access. And since we are working from home and we are doing blended learning, module and online, so you can make use of your Google Classroom as the medium wherein they can submit their activities coming from their module. So all they have to do is just get a picture out of the work that they have done and paste it in here in their assignments section, and then you can easily check whether they were able to make it or not. Okay, so you can check whether the student is able to submit his activity or not. Okay, so as you can see, the student was able to create his activity and able to submit it on time. Okay, that's just an example. Okay, so now, what if you don't have yet your classroom? So what are you going to do? Of course, you need to create a classroom so that you can bring all of your students in that classroom. So here, as you can see, these are the ready-made classrooms already, and there are students there and there are assignments already there. So if you're going to have another classroom, so simply click this positive sign and then click create class because you're a teacher, and if you're a student, just click join class here. Okay, so I'll create a class. So I'll check and create, then type the class name of your class. So this is TVL ICT class. So I have to type TVL ICT and then create a section Say this is 11 ICT, say Valnat section. And then subjects, of course, is computer systems servicing. And then if you have your classroom, then you have to indicate it also. This is computer laboratory C. You go over with your class. So this is TBL ICT, 11 ICT Valnat, and subject to computer system servicing, and room is ComLab C. And then click create. Just wait for a few seconds to create, depending on the speed of your internet and of course the speed of your computer. Okay, so in just a few seconds this classroom will be created. So here we are. So we already have created a fresh classroom. So no one is here. Then all you have to do is you can type, let's say, a welcome message to your students here, so that when you invite them and they responded and they join your class, then they can easily read your message. Okay, so first of all, you have to click people. Then if this class is a collaborated or a class of collaboration, or meaning you are collaborating with your co-teachers, then you can click invite teachers, and you can write your email address so that they can also join you. Okay, if not, then go to the students button, click on it, and then type the email address of your students. I'll give an example. Okay, say this is an account, a dummy account that I created as a student. Okay, then once you typed already the email address, then you can click invite. Okay, so that student is being invited. Now I presume that that student is going to open his inbox. For example, just for the sake of this presentation, I will sign in to the account of the student. So all I have to do is to sign in with that student account. Okay, so here we are. This is now the student account that I also have created just for the sake of this presentation. Okay, now all you have to do is to click the Gmail to check whether he is invited by the teacher or not to join his classroom. So here we are. This is already the invitation coming from the teacher. So the students will click the inbox and of course open the invitation. So here we are. So hi June. This is from Mr. Jose Pedrena Jr. Okay, he is the teacher and invited you to the class TBL ICT 11 ICT Valnat section. And then the student will easily click join, and here we are. So what happened? Look for or double check your link. Okay, click back. So it's being declined. What happened? Okay, so it's successful. Okay, just wait for a few seconds to navigate. Okay, so let's see if the activity is already given. Okay, so the student is now accepted. So it's now belong to the TBL ICT or 11 ICT Valnat. Okay, so this is already his classroom. Now we're going back to the account of the teacher. So all we have to do is to go back to the account of the teacher and close the account of the student so that the teacher's account will be opening. Okay, so here we are. This is now the teacher's account. So let's check the classroom again and create an example of an assignment. Okay, so this is our newly created classroom, the TVL ICT Walnut section. Okay, let's open it. And I want to create a classwork. So click create. Let's say I'll be creating an assignment. So here we are. So you can type the title of the assignment. Let's say this is assignment number 1. Okay, this is good for week 1 lesson. Okay, week 1 lesson, and this is all about PE's assessment. Okay, now you can type an instruction or some instructions here, or you can go directly to create or add your assignments. Okay, so take note, in this right side column, you have your section A. If you want to share this assignment, for example, to all of your classes, then you can check the box here, and all of these sections will be included in your newly created assignment and checked whether all of your students are also being checked. Okay, then you can also give a due date. Let's say I want to have a due date on October 17, and then 11. The due time is 11:59 p.m. So just click the date and also the time, and that will be included in their assignment. So when they open your assignment, they can easily see that there is this deadline. And then you can create a topic. Let's say this is assessments. Okay, and then you can create a rubric if you want. So it's up to you if you're going to use a rubric or not. Okay, now we're going to create the assignment since you already have set your criteria here in this column. So now we're going to create the assignment. So you have your options, whether you're going to write in Docs or Google Docs, slides, sheets, drawings, or form. So these are your options. In this area, you can also add file coming from your Google Drive. Okay, so if you already have, let's say, uploaded your file in your, or inserted your file in your Google Drive, so you can easily click it in here, and then it will be created easily. Or you can create a link or get a link from the site where you have created your activity or assignment and paste the link in here. Okay, or you can also click the file and insert the file that you have created in your computer and upload it in here. Okay, or in your drive, and click that material. Okay, and make use of it as your assignment. Or you can go to the YouTube channel that you have created and then share this URL to your students. Okay, so if you want your students to watch, let's say, a video clip or a short movie or the video that you have created for their lesson, then just get the URL and add it in here and then share it with them. Okay, it's up to you. Now, I'll show you on how to create Google documentations or Google Docs in publishing and assignments. Okay, so this is some blank Google Docs. Now, if you already have, let's say, your ready-made activity done in your other classroom, so you can easily get it in there. Let's say I'll go to the other classroom. I'll go to the Babbage classroom, and I want to copy one of my assignments in here. Let's say this is activity 1. So these are the works of the students in the other classroom. These are already active. Okay. Now I want to get the assignment from this section, and it's here. Just click instructions and then click the activity, and it's here already. So you can copy the whole document, just highlight it and click copy or Ctrl+C, and then going back to your activity that you have started in the other classroom. Okay, so just paste it in there. So here we are. We already have our newly created activity in the newly created classroom. Okay, so you can close this one, and then you can go back to your classroom, to the newly created classroom. Then you can check whether your classwork is already done or not. So it's here. So assignment number 1, week 1, PECS assessments. Okay, so you can edit. Okay. Or you can go straight or directly and share it with your students. Okay, so this is now the classwork that you have just created. Now you want to share this with your students. So all you have to do is assign this assignment to your students. Okay, now how are you going to do that? Just click edit. Okay, and then once you are already there, take note of this button. Students can view, or students can edit, or student can have a copy of this activity. So these are your options. Now if you want that this activity will be sent to all of your students, then make use of this option number 3. Make a copy for each student. Okay, so once it's ready, then you can go over. Okay, so you already have set your deadline. Then you can create a topic. Let's say this topic is about their PECS assessments. So what is meant by PECS assessments? This is personal entrepreneurial competency assessments. Okay, then once you're ready, then you can click assign, or you can have schedule, or you can save this as your draft copy. Now if you're going to make this activity for next week, then you can have your schedule in here before it will be sent to them. Okay, or if you're ready, then you can click assign. Then click assign. Okay, just wait for a few seconds until it is done. Okay, so here we are. It's already assigned to the students. Okay, now check the people around. So you have one student. I have already one student because this is just an example. So I only added one student here, and this student is already active. So let's check whether this student was able to have a copy of the assignment. Okay, so again, let's go to the account of the student to verify. We have to close first the account of the teacher and open the account of the student. Okay, so here we are now. So let's go to the Google Classroom, or you can also open the Gmail, simply navigating the buttons of this Google document. Okay, then he can write his essay. Then once it's done, then simply has to close this one or go back to the classroom and click turn in. So don't worry about saving the file, because once you're working in the Google documents or Google Docs or on other Google, let's say, applications, it's automatically saved. Okay, so don't worry. So just when you're, let's say, end your activity here and close on it, then going back to your original page of the assignment, then you're ready. You can type a comment, or you can type a private comment to your teacher. You can make a comment to the whole class, and you can submit it to your teacher. Okay, so click turn in if you're ready, and then click turn in again. Wait for a few seconds to navigate on it until it's done. Now the activity or assignment is already submitted to the teacher. Okay, so unsubmit if you're going to retrieve your work, but since you're done, then it be it. Okay, then let's see if the teacher have received the assignment submitted by the student. Okay guys, so don't forget, there is no button that says submit. Okay, the only button that you can click on submitting that document is turn in. Okay, so you must click the word turn in here so that you can submit your assignment or your activity or your exam to your teacher. Okay, again, so let's say the student is asking about his grade. Good day, sir. When can I see my score? Okay, then the student can send this private comment or message to the teacher, and the teacher can easily open and read once the teacher opened also the document submitted by his or her student. Okay, so let's try to open the browser again and connect to the account of the teacher. So here we are. So let's open again the classroom. Okay, so here we are now. So click on the classroom that you just created, and then click on classwork. Check on the people. Okay, so one student, let's say, open the account of that student. So you see there is already this turn in. Okay, so meaning this student was able to submit his activity or assignments to the teacher on time. Okay, so Let's check or open. Okay, so as you can see, the student has a comment. So, good day, sir. When can I see my score? Let's say you're going to give a score to the student. Say he got a correct answer or got a perfect score. So then can type also a comment privately to that student. Congratulations. You get a perfect score. Give it up. Okay, then you can send us comment, okay, to the student by clicking the post. Okay, so I presume that that message was sent successfully to the student's account. Then you can click this button return so that the student can see his grade out of what he has submitted to you. Okay, so we're done. That's it. That's simple. Okay, so another way of, let's say, submitting assignment coming from the student's account is simply take a picture of what he has done in his module, and then in the create portion, then he can choose upload file coming from his cell phone or her cell phone, or print screen from the laptop, and then submit it using file sharing coming from, let's say, Google Drive, or coming from the link if he is using other online portals. Okay, so it does not only limit to the Google document or Google Slide or other Google applications. The student has the freedom to create their own way, like if they want to answer your assignment using a piece of paper and use a ball pen in writing it, if they don't have, let's say, a computer, so they can also do that. After writing or answering your activity, then they simply have to take a picture on it and then paste that to the button where they can upload the file that they just have created using their camera of their cell phone, and click turn in so that you can receive the activity and that student has just created. Okay, so let's try to take a view of what other students have done already in the other sections. Let's say okay, so there are 28 students out of 29 was able to submit their work. Let's say I'll give an example. Alma's work. So like this one. Okay, so the student was able to submit her work using a picture or image. Okay, so she simply make use of the available assignment page in the module, and she answered it and then take a picture on it and then inserted that picture and then submitted that picture to me or to the teacher. Okay, so this is the answer of our questions on how to retrieve the files coming from the students, since they are prohibited to go to school and submit their work physically in and their teachers. Okay, so all they have to do is just take a picture and submit their file using their Google Classroom, especially in the area where the activities or assignments were created. Okay, so simply navigate, and while navigating your Google Classroom, take note of the areas where you're supposed to make your assignment and on how to retrieve the works of your students. Basically, all of the assignments are intact in their Google Classroom. So if you want, let's say, to see the activities of that students, then you can open the Google Drive or Class Drive folder over here. See, there are already these activities, and you can open the folder, say this folder. Okay, so these are the activities submitted by the students. Okay, so this is the shortcut where to see the submitted documents coming from your students. Now, when you're going to check the work of your students, then you can easily open their folder or activity. Then you can give a score and send that score back to your students. Okay, so that's simple. And I hope you learned something out of doing this. But there is another question. What about if your students are only using cell phone in navigating their Google Classroom? Are they able to, let's say, open Google Classroom using cell phone? What do you think is the answer? Let's see. So let's try to open again another browser, and this time I'll show you on how students can open or navigate assignment using cell phone. So I'm going to mirror my cell phone so that you can see. Okay, so here we are. Now let's try to open the Google Classroom. But first of all, you have to, of course, sign in to the Google account that you have in your cell phone. So how are you going to check whether you are signed in or not? So go to the settings. Take note also that every cell phone is unique. That depends on the model. So all you have to do is to look for the setting or settings menu, then open on it, then go to accounts. Okay, or you can go directly to Google and check whether your account is already signed in or not. Okay, so this is the student account, so June Pedrena or June at palateaches.com. So that's the student account that I want to navigate. But if you're not sure with it, then you can also go back and click on accounts. Okay, so Joped is signed in. Now, you can reactivate it by simply, again, signing in. Or if you're not yet ready with your account, so just click add account, this one. Okay, so and then click on Google. Okay, so wait for a while. And here we are. So just type the email address given to you by your advisor coming from our ICT specialist, and then sign in your account, and then that's it. So once you're signed in, you can easily see that your account is already present. So like this one. So June at valatitches.com is already signed in. So all I have to do is click open classroom application. Now, if you don't have yet your classroom application coming from Google, then you have to click on Play Store if you are using your G Suite account. Okay, and also you have to download the docs coming also from your Play Store. Okay, now if you are using, let's say, Mac or Apple devices, then you have to download also from of course, App Store, and then install it to your cell phone. Okay, so I presume that all of you have already your classroom. So all you have to do is open it, and then this is okay. So I have one classroom here. Take note, guys, that once your cell phone and your computer is connected with each other, and you are using the same account both in your laptop and in your cell phone, as you can see, automatically the classroom that I just created in the laptop is also present here in the cell phone. Why? Because they are sharing the same account. I signed in the account in my laptop, and I signed in also that account to this cell phone. That is why they shared with each other. So I can open this classroom and check the activities sent by the teacher. See, that's the beauty of having this network efficiency created by Google. Thank you so much, Google, for making our life, how can I say it, easy and enjoyable using these applications. We owe a lot from you. Okay, now, but in case you're going to create a new classroom, so all you have to do is, let's say, going back to classes, and then click the positive sign here in the lower portion, and if you're a teacher, you can create a class. If you're a student, just click join or join class, and then key in the code that your teacher has given you. Okay, and then automatically fill me in with a classroom, and you can easily open the activity or assignment created by your teacher for you. Now, if you're going to answer using your cell phone, let's say you're going to answer this activity coming from your teacher using this cell phone, all you have to do is, let's say, open the attachments. Let's wait for a while. Since this is a picture or an image, you cannot actually write on it unless you're going to click the option, okay, right. So you can use this A button in here, and then you can type in the box, but it's quite difficult. Okay, so all you have to do is to open a new document, and here we are. So you can answer that using this button, or you can start a fresh or a new copy by simply opening other applications, and at the end, once you're done, click here in the upper portion, okay, I mean the arrow up, and then add attachment, or create a new document same as what we have in the laptop. Okay, so you can create using new docs, new slides, new sheets, or new PDF, or you can take a photo or a picture of what you have done, already, okay, and paste it in here. So upload that file, okay, so choose the account where you're going to use in uploading the file, and then once you're done, click turn in. Okay, since this file is already answered using the laptop, so as you can see, there is this word already known as resubmit. But once this is new, then you can see the word turn in. So all you have to do is just click turn in to submit once you're done answering with your assignments, and your teacher can easily see your submitted document, same as what he has already shared a while ago coming from the teacher's account. Okay, so do you have more questions? Did you enjoy watching and listening to my simple conversations? And I hope you enjoyed with it. And I hope you learned also while you are listening and watching with a simple video presentation that I just created for you. So I hope to see you in our next meeting, in our next video. And I wish also the best of luck, and be good always, and stay away from any illness or illnesses. I hope to see you. Bye bye. Have a good day.